Alright, good day to you out there, and you're welcome to today's session as I show you how to create your own website landing page. The instructor today is John Hajibade. Okay, the first thing for you to do is to open your web browser. Okay, by the time you open your web browser, just Google search cart.co. Cart.co. That's CARRD.co. That's the spelling of card, CARRD. After that, the next thing to do is sign up. Actually, for my own case, I've already signed up. So by the time you signed up with your email, you are going to receive an inbox. So just confirm your email and your account will be activated. It's actually for free. Okay, by the time you signed up and you have activated your account, then you can now come to the website to log in. Okay, right away I will be logging in as seen over here. Alright, so now I can log in now. Okay, logging in, it will ask for your email. Personally for me, as you can see, ajibadejohn1234 gmail.com. That's that about that. Put your own email there and your password, then you log in. Okay, so as you can see from the view of this, from viewing this screen, we can see different features there. And without wasting much time, the first thing for us to do is to click on this section, that symbol of a plus. Are you getting me? We click on that section and immediately we click on there. This is what it will bring. To tell you to choose a starting point. That's where we are starting from. So that's where the starting point begins, where you create your website landing page. So you can see different features. Some of it has this tag of pro on it. You get that? Signifying that you have to pay for that. Do you understand? And some doesn't have it, signifying that you can use them for free. Are you getting that? Okay, let's continue. In our case, we are not going to be using any of these templates. We are going to start from the scratch. And to do that, we are going to click on this dotted rectangle over there. I hope you can see that. Okay, so let's click on it straight away. Now, this is a clean surface. We are starting from the scratch. You can see that it's telling us that there is nothing here yet. Alright, so what should we do now? The next thing for us to do, let me just quickly explain some of these features. Are you getting me? This feature over here, we look into it. The feature here, we look into it. And this next feature, we look into it. This feature here, as you can see, actually tells you about, it contains where you can actually save your work as you progress and where you can publish your work immediately you are done. This feature here, the second one, actually is your page. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? That's where you do your page settings. Some of you may be familiar with Microsoft Word. So this one is your page settings. This one exactly. Do you understand that? This one, the next one, this one exactly, is it's a setting that tells you how the background of your website landing page will look like. We go into details as time goes on. Let's just quickly check through them all. Okay, you can see over here publish. This is where you save your work. Do you understand? And in case it happens that the work you did, you are not satisfied with it, and you want to do everything all over again, you are going to click on this. That's just that about that. Now let's go to the next one. This is the page setup. You can see from here, page setup. You can make it be in box format. This default, I want you to notice the difference between the default and other options. Let's click on the page again. on the default, you've seen it initially. As you want to take a box, let's click on the box. You will notice that the feature will change. It's giving us a box over here. So the nothing here yet is inside the box now. So we are setting your page up. We'll talk about that later. Now let's look at this other option, the one over here. That is the background. That's where you set up your background. Now let's click on that right away. Okay, so you see the background. You can choose the kind you want, whether you want it to be a color in color form, whether you want it to be a gradient. You can use image as your background. You can use video as your background. You can use slideshow as your background. But one thing I just want you to notice is that the color, gradient, image are available in the free version of the card.co. But the video and slideshow, I believe they are available for you after you've paid for it. So let me just give you an example. Clicking on the video, you see what it will bring. It says it's available with Pro. Do you understand that? So you cannot make use of it. So we are limited to using color, gradient, and image as our background. Do you understand? Now let's just go for gradient, because I just like gradient. It's okay. So for the gradient, we can choose the color we like, or the color that you know it appears cool to you. You can choose that. Normally I love blue. Alright, so blue, that's for that one. You can move it to increase it to this point. Okay, I love blue background. I'm not yet done. Let's go back to the background setting. Let's go back to that. Okay, so blue has been taken. Now if you notice something over here, you notice pattern. Do you understand? Okay, let's go for that pattern now. Let's check out what it's there. Okay, you see different options. Now let's just go for something like tiles over here. Tiles. You see what we bring out. So wow. Can you see the background of your website page now? Can you see the background? That's how it looks like. So that's how it will appear by the time you publish it. Now this is the background. You can see this is the background all over here. That's the background. And this is the page. So the background lies behind the page. Do you understand that? The background lies behind the page. You can decide to do some additional settings on your page. If you look at the page having the white color, it does not extend fully to the edge of each side of the background. What I mean is that it does not extend fully. You can decide to increase the width of the page. Let's do that straight away. Clicking on the page here. I'm actually doing this so that you'll be familiar with it. Okay, so clicking on the page, you see, consider the width. You can see the width here. By the time you do the settings of the width, you understand what I'm talking about. Now let's increase it from 40. Let's increase it to like 100. You notice that the width of the page will cover the entire background. So let's click on done. Okay, and so by the time we just do the settings, remind that, so it has increased to the entire. So, and if you notice, that's the entire side. Look, if you notice, the position is at the center. Are you getting me? You can increase it. You can decide to put it at the top, left, different options. You decide to put it at the bottom. So just try a lot of things. So the reason why this it's actually located here is that we put it at the center. Do you understand? That's why it is there that way. Okay, now in summary, what we've done so far and what I've explained so far is about the page settings and the background. So I've talked about the background, this is it, where you can change the background, and I've also talked about the page. So you can go further and explore about the page. Are you getting me? So that's that about that. We've talked about the background and we've talked about the page setting. Now, the next thing we are going to talk about is the element. Are you getting me? The element. Actually, elements are the ingredients you add to your page that makes it look beautiful and that makes people to take action. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So that's element. Now, where do we get those elements? We are going to get it from this plus icon all over here. Can you see that? That's where we are going to get those elements. All right. Now, let's go further. I will click on that add plus icon now. So let's click on it. Okay. So from here we can see that these are different elements that we have. Are you getting that? We have various elements such as the text element, the image elements, the video elements, the audio elements, the gallery. There is the countdown element. I know you must have been to some website whereby they will say, okay, the offer lasts, so the time will be counting down. So actually, this is the list element, button element. This is the link element. In case you want to insert a link to your page that will lead to somewhere. Are you getting me? You can insert a link to your page that will lead to your WhatsApp. Do you understand? So this is the table. This is the divider. So this is the container. I will actually explain each element as we move on. Are you getting me? This is the control. We explain each element. And if you notice, we have a slideshow. We have widget, slideshow, widget, font, embed. But those ones are not available in the free version. Are you getting me? They are only available in the paid version. That's the premium version. So by the time you get it, you have access to creating form whereby people can input their name, their contact details, and so on. Do you understand that? So that's just that about that. Now, so far, the things we've talked about includes the page setup, the background, and we talk about the element. So we've talked about how many things now? We've talked about just 3 things. And if you can master these 3 things, I guarantee you that you'll be able to create a fascinating and engaging website landing page. Thank you very much. In the next session, I will be explaining those elements, how you can arrange them into a page in the sense that they will look